Hi there, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. I haven't been doing too many videos recently, so I thought I'd make up for it with several in 1 week. We've got some interesting stuff coming along. We've got the Battle of Britain 80th anniversary, which we're kind of in the middle of really. And I was going to give you a model review and then a talk about the Battle of Britain separately. The model review is going to be the Armour Hobbies Battle of Britain Hurricane. But stop, forget all that. Bin. No, I'm joking, not bin. But much more important than that, something radical and amazing has just happened. We have got some real breaking news. Something amazing has just happened. The postman just arrived, and through my door has come the one we've all been waiting for. The new MENG DR1 Fokker Triplane. MENG? Did I say Wingnut Wings or MENG? MENG. But of course it's the Wingnut Wings model, which there was a collaboration between Wingnut Wings and MENG before Wingnut Wings seemed to have shut down their business. But this was, I think, always going to be released. We didn't know this, but I think it was always going to be released by MENG, this one. So it has just literally arrived in the last 35-40 minutes. I'm going to give you a review of it straight from, hot from the postman, still warm from the postal van, directly from China. I think it was Lucky Hobby. I think most people are getting them from those guys. Anyway, without further ado, let's just crack on. So, I'll zoom you in because you don't see my mug. Let's have a proper look at this. Now then, nice box art, as you can see. We've got a description on the front. It's got 132. It's model number QS002. Now, whether they're going to do any more of these Wingnuts from Wingnuts molds or intended Wingnuts kits. Intended Wingnuts kits. Intended Wingnuts kits. You mean like the Lancaster? Yes, we all want that, don't we? We all want that. I hope so, but I'm probably whistling in the wind. But anyway, sorry, back to the model. So, what we got? Nice box art, as we said. Fokker DR1 Triplane. What do they call it? Quetzalcoatl series. What a strange name. Anyway, slightly annoyingly from my point of view, they've got AK Interactive's call-outs on the side. I don't use their products, so I won't be taking notes of that. Then on the other side we've got a little bit of the, little bit of description, a little bit of history. I'll bring you a little bit close for that. There we go. So what we got, Fokker DR1 Triplane into service with the Germans in 1917 had a design which took into account both speed and manoeuvrability requirements. 3 wings were arranged in order from top to bottom, the wing area reduced sequentially. In this way the triplane could get more lift than a biplane or a monoplane and wouldn't suffer too much drag. 2 MG08 air-cooled machine guns are installed in the front of the cockpit. Its firepower is far better than the British triplanes. I think they're referring to the Sopwith triplane there. Many German pilots achieved impressive results in the Fokker DR1 triplanes. And of course, nobody is better associated with this aircraft than, of course, the Red Baron, who had, I think it's the Red Baron Richthofen that's actually depicted on the cover here, and sadly met his end in one of these. Right, let's have a look inside. Now, this time, this is unlike the previous reviews I've done on Wingnut Wings, where the model's been worth anything up to nearly £1,000. I've not, wanted to open the bags, and I've not wanted to open the instructions if they were sealed. This is different. This is mass produced now by MENG. It's not a very limited rare kit that won't be repeated like the Wingnuts are. We're going to look at this one properly. I'm going to open the bags, let you see in detail. No messing about, no holds barred, no areas are forbidden. Anyway, here we go. So, it's quite a simple lift-off box. I've got to say, it doesn't feel as well, the box is not as good as a Wingnuts box. Anyway, we got 1 screw, all nicely bagged separately, 2 screws, 3, 4, 5 screws it seems. Let's take it all out, do it properly this time. And I'm not handling pure gold like before. Right, I think we'll start with the instructions. That's okay. What have we got now? It's going to be interesting, isn't it, how it compares. Okay, so, oh yeah, and we've got a nice one of these self-adhesive banded bags. Now, I've never opened this before, so it's completely new to me, straight from the post. Here we go. Get rid of that, and what have we got? Nice little booklet, Zinyu. Seems like a nice booklet. WW1 Triplane. Now this is kind of MENG looking at the front in terms of the way it's laid out, not wingnutty. Ah, okay. Right. Yeah. It's got some of that 3D. The images are the kind of 3D tonal look to them. You know, like the wingnuts had. But I don't think there's any photographs, which is a bit of a shame. So I think that's what made the wingnuts so special. There aren't any photographs. So they're kind of using, it's like they're using the imagery that wingnuts would have used for the diagrams. A bit less colour perhaps. Not quite as, yeah, very MENG-like. This is very like the other MENG kits I've made. Anyway, starts off with the seat and cockpit area. So you got your stick and your controls, rudders, etc. Then you build up the sides of the cockpit, sides of the actual fuselage, quite a few holes to be drilled it seems. And then you build up the rest of the fuselage, front and aft. Got some grills and vents, panel covers, and then we've got the tail. Yes, we've got Russian is one of the languages they're offering, interestingly. Then we get to the interesting stuff. It feels a bit downbeat compared to wingnuts, I've got to say. But then again, it's, in fairness, this is a kit that only costs, I think, £44 or something. So it's probably half the price of wingnuts in actual fact. So you've got to bear that in mind. I think it's been made to a price. Let's hope that the parts don't suffer. Attaching the middle wing. It looks quite straightforward, actually. Got to be honest. It looks less dramatic than a wingnuts kit, but that's because you're not getting the same details, stories, photos. So perhaps it looks a little bit less daunting. Machine guns look good. What's that? Photo etch, yeah, which folds over. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Spandau machine guns. And all the ejector chutes, fitting it on the top of the middle wing, I think it is. Instruments, again, it's a bit low contrast, isn't it? I think you can see this on the camera. A bit lacking in contrast of colour, it's a bit dour somehow. It's a bit Airfix really, to be honest, but anyway. I don't mean that in a negative way towards Airfix because they're a bit cheaper, but you know. It's not quite what we're used to in terms of presentation. Attaching the top wing, then you've got your undercarriage. It does look straightforward. The way they presented it may look a bit dull, but it looks simplified. Perhaps I do find wingnuts a little bit daunting for me. I find it a little bit complicated, a bit busy. So perhaps it's a good thing. Don't know. And then we've got your engine with all your exhausts and your cylinders and your conrods, etc. Front flange, that all goes on the front rotary engine. And you've got 3 different cowls, it would seem, here. And then, strangely, at the end, they show the sprues, which is a bit of a weird way of doing it, instead of putting them at the front, which pretty much everybody else does, I think. So we've got some markings, we've got some photo etch, and then we've got Manfred von Richthofen, as promised. Sir Red Baron. There he is. It's very aircraft. Shows both sides. Not a lot of markings. Looks fairly straightforward paint job, to be honest. But they give us quite a few schemes. Okay, that's good. So we've got Werner Voss, Yasta 10. That's quite good. With eyes on the front like that. It's quite cool. And again, shows both sides. A bit more of a complicated, yeah, very complicated. Almost looks like wallpaper, doesn't it? Scheme. How bizarre. And then we have Oberleutnant Hermann Göring. Oh, there we go. Yeah, of course he took over when the Red Baron was killed, of course. The von Richthofen squadron was led by him later. And the last year of the war. And then we've got Walter Gotch, just a 19. Yeah, and again this slightly strange, almost wallpapery style of markings, a bit more of a camo marking. Certainly more camouflage than the red of Richthofen's aircraft. And at the back it's just the call-outs. So that is that. Now, here we go. Okay, so obviously they have taken some cues from Wingnut Wings. They've got these slightly strange punched sheets, which all seem to be in Chinese, it has to be said. There is some English underneath the description and the diagram, but all the text is in Chinese. Okay, not sure about that. Yeah. Okay, this time we've got English. We've got English as well, so perhaps it's just reading the same and yeah, okay. I think it is, it's the same, it's just in Chinese and then it's in Russian. And that's it, English, Chinese or Russian, so if you speak German or French you've had it. Anyway, so talks a little bit about the history and history of the aircraft, in fact, and then the Fokker company. Talks about the Fokker itself and the Red Baron. Bit of a spiel about him here too. Bring you in on that a bit. Oops. First unit was Manfred von Richthofen's unit, the ace of aces of the German Air Force. He won a victory on the very first day with the aircraft, how about that? Doesn't seem to mention the fact he was shot down in it, but anyway. Oh, you just got a load of Russian, absolutely irrelevant, you know. Why? What's all this about? Just two cards that are all in Russian or Chinese. Fairly irrelevant, really. Bit disappointing, to be honest. Anyway, like I said, it's been made to a price, this one, so I suppose we have to be realistic. Right, let's have a look at the kit itself. Got some photo etch. That's the guns. That looks quite good, actually. Yeah, the seat belts, gun sights, those covers we talked about. Then we've got some markings. I won't say them now, no point really, but there's just black crosses, isn't it, basically? All looks good. MENG's decals are pretty good, actually, usually. Now then, let's have a proper look at this. Where's my knife gone? Where's my knife gone? Right. Now remember this. Opening these bags especially for you guys and girls, okay? You saw it here first, just remember. Right then. That did very well, didn't it? There we go. We're in. Oh yes, now then. Right. Let's see if I can get that so you can get it nice and clear. Now they look very, very crisp. This is the engine cylinders. Looks really nice. If I'm being honest, that looks exactly like Wingnut Wings. I can't really tell the difference to my eye. Some beautiful fine moulding here. Look at this. That's really, really crisp. And no flash, which is good. There was a chap that got a copy of this and released some pictures yesterday, I think it was. His was very flashy. I don't know if this is going to be the same. That isn't. That's lovely. Right, so look at the next one. So I'm not used to all this opening bags, it's alien to me. we are now then. So we've got the propeller. This looks nice. Yeah, there's no flash on that. A bit of flash on the moulding, but not the actual part itself, just on the sprue. And then we've got what looks like the throttle control. I'll bring you right in for this one. There we go. You can see the MENG and the where it says MENG and the plastic in it. Your imagination is just saying Wingnut Wings, isn't it? But that's nice. That's really crisp. I've not got my strongest glasses on, but I can't see flash on that either. So that's good. And we've got the cowling for the engine at the front. Looks absolutely bob on. Yeah. Got some injector pins. That's not very nice. Can you see that? Whoops. Let's get this right. We've got them here, 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 and here. That's yeah. I've got a feeling that Wingnuts would have made them clean that up somehow. That's a little bit grim. But no flash, so that's better than I was expecting. I'm guessing that you won't see a lot of that ejector pin, but oh, there's another one there as well. Here and here as well. Can you see them? Yeah, you see them there, can't you? Yeah, I'm not sure about that. But flash is my main bugbear with these kits, so if there's no flash, I'll forgive a lot. Pins are not always seen from parts that are buried, but flash you're going to have to clean up. So it's such a damn nuisance. Right, let's bring you out a bit. There we go. Now then. So we've got the wings and the fuselage. Now then, how's this looking? There's some talking of warping. There is a little bit of warp in the sprue. If I hold it without any force on it, you'll probably see what I mean. See that? Oops. A little bit of warpage into the wings, which is a bit of a shame. How bad it'll be when you cut it off the sprue, I'm not sure. Actually, in fairness, they are quite thick. In fact, they are very thick. Okay, we might be alright. It's thicker than it looks. Let me just zoom in a bit more. That's how thick the wing is. It's chunky. They are really meaty, actually. A bit like some of the other Wingnuts. Oh, wait a minute, we've actually got a broken piece here. Ah, that's not good. Piece is broken off the sprue already. That's proper broken. Oh, here we go. That's a bit disappointing. Now, you just saw me open it for the first time. There. You see it? That's a little bit of a blow. Yes, so it's broken in 2 points. It's come off there. How that's happened, maybe in transit, don't know. That is a little bit of a shame. I hope that'll fix. That's okay. Never noticed that on the Wingnuts kits before, but anyway, let's not be too harsh. It's probably fixable, that. But the wing itself is really thick, really strong feeling. They're meaty. They're solid, not flimsy at all. So hopefully that will bode well. Be interested to know if other people have this same issue that I've got there. This is the middle wing, I think, isn't it? It's the mid wing. Yeah, you see, that's the front of the cockpit. That's this piece that's broken off. That is the. If you can make it out, this bit here is the rim of the front of the cockpit. Yeah, that's a bit disappointing. Anyway, moving on. Let's have a look at these propellers. They seem nice, don't they? Not flashy. In fairness, this is not like the test shot or the example I saw online photos. This is better. Just a shame about this broken piece. That's a bit of a blow. Okay, well, mustn't lose that piece. That's for sure. And then just one more screw. Oh no, sorry, two more screws. Be careful now, because I'm a bit nervous in case there's any more broken parts. I'll move that over there. And we'll open it slightly differently. Bring you out a bit so you can see what the heck I'm doing. Not like I was rough or anything. I'm just taking it out of the bag, out of the box. I don't really understand how that particular piece could have broken. It should be okay. Right then, now we've got all the little bits. Let's have a look what we got. Well, I think that looks really nice. Maybe just a touch of flash on that trailing edge of the tail plane, but it's not bad. I'm being picky, in fairness. The bits of flash around the sprue, but nothing on the parts that I can see. Let's bring you in. You probably see better with the camera than I can see in my eyes, to be honest. What have we got? So we've got cockpit sides, we've got the rudder controls, we've got the wheels and tyres, and I've got my wrong glasses on. I'm just going to swap some of my close-ups. Hang on a second. What have we got here? Continental tyres, it's all printed on them. Can you see that on the camera? Let's see if I can get you right in. Turn the way up, you'll be able to see it better. So, where are we? Lost them. Here. Continental it says. See that? Nicely moulded. It's clear enough once I've got my right glasses on. Some lovely texture as well on the back of the seat where the belts are here. That's really nice. I like it. I think it's this example, apart from this damage, this example seems a lot nicer than the one that I saw photos of yesterday. Really nicely moulded. It's definitely got that wingnut moulding quality. There's the Spandau machine guns. They're quite impressive. All the belt feeds, seat's nice. It's got some lovely texture to it. Yeah, no, I like it. I think it's good. There's the little tail, of course, which is almost like a Mickey Mouse cute characteristic tail that the DR1 has. Very nice, like that. No problems with that sprue. And then just one more, so we're almost done. Seems to have taken too soon, doesn't it? Finish for tea, that's right. And here we have, finally, the alternative tail plane. I think there might be two variants or another variant that's coming. And again, can't fault it really, it looks really nice. It's very crisp. It's got quite a matty sort of texture. I don't know if that picks up on the camera. Let's see if I can get that on the camera. It's very matte, crackly almost, matte finish to the plastic. But that must be deliberate because it's got the ribbing in it, which is really nice. That's done well, isn't it? See that? Looks good to me. And then alternative wheels and tyres, alternative ailerons here, end of the wings, another Mickey Mouse tail, whoops, there we go, and then these alternative two optional different types of cowl. I'll put them sideways so you can see that's it. There we go. But I'd say that that's really nice. I'm going to zoom you out. Right glasses on so I don't look like a geek. Two disappointments. The instructions, a bit boring and bland and downbeat, to be honest. And I've got a broken part, which I don't think is very good. Maybe I should contact the manufacturer, but they're in China. You know, it's a hassle, isn't it? Anyway, don't want to be too negative. Yes, I think the presentation is fairly poor. But that said, the instructions are actually pretty clear. I think you'll have no trouble in actually assembling it. I think that they it doesn't have the glamour or the prestige experience, the historic immersing of learning about the aircraft in the way that Wingnut Wings did at all. I think there's no comparison. But it does look like a really nice kit, in fairness. I mean, really nice. Probably slightly better than I was expecting. I thought it was going to be a bit more downbeat still, to be honest. I thought the, well, as I said, that these sprues don't seem to have any flash on the parts I can see. Nothing that would concern me at all, whereas some of the test shot or the one I saw on the internet yesterday, that had quite a lot of nasty flash here and there. Not too serious, but certainly nothing comparable with this. This looks absolutely fine. So there we are. Bit miffed about my part being chopped off the sprue and packed away, but I think it'll soon fix it. I'm just being a bit, you know. We're not going to get Wingnut Wings quality at half the price, are we? Anyway, there we have it. Fokker Triplane DR1 from MENG. I think over. Oh, sorry, I forgot. There's a clear sprue. I've forgotten what. Come on, I completely forgot this. It's a little shield for the pilot, little tiny windscreen. Hardly worth mentioning, really, is it? Yeah, there we go. Looks beautiful, to be honest. Can't fault that. Little gun sight. Yep, no problem with that. Yeah, I think overall the situation is this, really. Wingnut Wings is gone. I think forever, sadly. Let's hope I'm wrong. But if it weren't for MENG, we wouldn't get this at all. It's the one that everybody's been waiting for, really, for the World War I planes. It's the missing link that everybody's been desperately hoping for. I'm not the greatest expert on building World War I kits because I haven't actually done one yet, would you believe? But frankly, it looks really nice. I think it looks sort of quality, I'd say 9 out of 10. I'd say, apart from my issue with my part broken. No, really, I think it's as good as a Wingnuts, that is. It's just the rest of it, the packaging, the experience, I think, of owning it is not going to be the same. It's just a kit, okay? It's just a kit. Very, very good one. Very good one. So I think that's a bit sad that that's been lost, I think, because that was part of the appeal of Wingnuts, and that's obviously gone. MENG are obviously not wanting to replicate that, and you know, these cards, I think they're really stupid, actually. Pointless, naff. They're not in any very good order. The language is all jumbled up, and there's 2 pages that, you know, I mean, what's it punched for? What's all that about? Stupid. No, I think MENG could do better. But the kit itself is beautiful. So at the end of the day, it's a Wingnut Wings kit with a MENG badge on it. Let's think of it like that. So 44 quid, thereabouts. It's good value. I think it's brilliant. So there you go. This time I beat them all. I got this one in first. I'm going to put this on the internet immediately so everybody can enjoy having a really good nosy at it. If I got any technical details wrong, you'll have to forgive me. I'm not that familiar with the DR1. But I think again, because of the price and the fact that it's not worth $1 zillion like some of the Wingnuts are, probably build this at some point in the future. I think it'd be nice to have a triplane. That'd be quite cool. And yeah, Red Baron's plane, why not? You can also get a version of this that comes now, that they're issuing a special edition already with a bust of the Red Baron, Manfred von Richthofen, which looks really good, and I think it's about another £15 or £20 extra. It's probably reasonable value again. You know, I wouldn't hesitate to get that really. But as far as the review goes, I give it sort of a, overall I think 8 out of 10. The kit itself 9 out of 10. As a package, 8 out of 10, because I think some of this is a bit rubbish, and I think they could have made a bit more effort with these instructions as well, really. But overall, for 40 odd quid, I think it's brilliant value. I definitely recommend it to you. Thanks a lot for joining me. I will be doing the other review on the Battle of Britain Armour Hobbies Hurricane Mark 1, so watch out for that later in the week. And I'm also going to be doing a couple of things. One is a comic strip about the Phantom Flyer, from the Warlord comic, all about the Battle of Britain, because it's the 80th anniversary, and I'll be doing another one of my sort of talks about the Battle of Britain generally, just a short one, to give a different perspective on it, I think, and to make people perhaps hopefully thought-provoking, and make people have a little think about how things could have ended differently, and frankly, for the world, very badly. Anyway, we'll get onto that later, but in the meantime, thanks for joining me. Great to see you all back. Hope you'll join me. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share and subscribe to the channel, because, as I mentioned, there's lots more content and more videos coming along very soon. But bye for now. Thanks a lot.